Hey everybody, welcome to Aaron's 31 Days of Horror. Today I thought I'd do something that's kind of fun and just off, what we typically do for these 31 Days of Horror. Today I'm going to count down my top 10 slashers. Not slasher films, the top 10 slasher icons. What scares us is inherent to us. The things that have happened in our lives will probably help us understand why we're scared of what we're scared of. Horror is subjective. This is my list. This is not a definitive list. This is not like this is the end-all be-all. In fact, I would love y'all to comment below and tell me your top 10 and tell me who I left out, because this is just from my heart, what I remember from my childhood, as well as new ones that have just touched my heart and touched my soul. I'm just going to give myself about a minute. Let's get going. I'm going to give you the top 10, going from 10 to 1, my own personal top 10 slasher icons. So here we go. I'm going to give myself a minute. We're going 3, 2, 1. Number 10 is Ben Willis from I Know What You Did Last Summer. I know, y'all. He's not the best slasher. I know. Yeah, he's number 10. And he's number 10 and he's on this list because I grew up with him. And he was one of my first slashers where it was like new, where it wasn't like an old film I was watching. It was happening at the time. And so for me, there's so many great chases in it. The hook is such a great little iconic weapon, as well as the rain slicker, the whatever, the fisherman's slicker, and so many great chases in this original, and so many great kills. I mean, not a lot of them, but the ones that he does are great. And he's got a great, little vengeful storyline as well. So I know he's not everyone's top 10. He's my number 10 because I grew up with him and he kind of helped me love slashers. So Ben had to be on this list for me. Ben, if you haven't seen A Note to the Summer, I don't know if it's held up, but maybe watch it. Tell me if it has held up over all these years. Boom. Number 9. Johnny from In a Violent Nature. I know he's new. I know that he's divisive. He's a divisive character. Not everyone loved the film, but you gotta admit, come on, that yoga kill was great, and a lot of his kills were awesome. There wasn't much chase, but I did like we got to experience that there was POV. I also think he's a love letter to, obviously, Jason, but a love letter to slashers in general. And so to me, he takes a little bit, the story takes a little bit from each slasher and kind of condenses it to one entity. And so it's a newer one. I watched it last year and I really enjoyed the film. It can be boring and slow moving, but aren't the killers boring and slow moving typically, right? So if we're going to be with them, I think it's kind of the commentary on how they don't run or anything, a lot of them. And so, yeah, Johnny, I appreciate you. You're number 9. I love you. You're welcome in my house anytime with these horror icons. I put you up there. These slasher icons. 2, 1, boom. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Number 8, Leatherface. Stop yelling at me. I know. He's an icon. He should be way up higher. This is my own personal list, though. Leatherface in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre never really spoke to me because it was just so, sadistically violent. And when I was younger, sadistic violence didn't really sit well with me. But through the remakes that have happened and rewatching Texas Chainsaw Massacre a bunch of times, I love the film. I love Leatherface. He's got a great... I feel for him now. But he's also just this menace. I can remember when that freaking door opened, grabs, pulls him in, kills him, then slams it. Man, that stuck with me. And they did a great job also in the 2000s remake of how they handled him. Now, they're different, right? The first one is obviously the classic and awful, terrible in the great best kind of way. And the second one, the remake, is like fun and a chase. So Leatherface for me is a number 8. He's an icon and is definitely higher up on others' lists. And I understand why. And we're not being mad about it. But for me, 8. Here we go, 7. Number 7. Who's it going to be? 3, 2, 1. Chucky. Chucky is number 7. And I'm talking about the first 3, right? After that, it gets campy. But Child's Play 1, 2, and 3. I'm talking about Child's Play. Now when it becomes Chucky. And I love Chucky, and when he becomes Chucky, but he was, for me as a little boy, terrifying. That your dolls could come alive and then be these awful serial killer, sociopathic individuals and say that they're your friend and manipulate you. Oh my gosh, it was terrifying. Now, looking back at it, it's hilarious, and I like that they went to the more campy areas. And the new series is great, too, because it kind of does make him campy and scary at the same time, which I really, really enjoy. Because he is that. He is terrifying. And so, yes, Chucky for me, 7. Not high up there, but still in there. And you know he's one of the icons. And I absolutely see how many people love him when I go to horror fests. How many shirts there are. I love that. He's a gay icon, a queer icon as well. An ally. So, a great ally. There you go. Number 6. Number 6, Norman Bates. Yeah, Norman Bates is, in my opinion, and someone can fix it or correct me down below, the original slasher. The original mother monster. Sorry, Gaga. But the original, monster. The original slasher monster. And how can you not have him on this list? Queer icon as well. Dressed up like his mama. Kills people. Hot. Sexy. And Anthony Perkins. Hot. Sexy. So Norman Bates also was this kind, gentle soul. He didn't realize that he could, underneath a kind, gentle soul, be this awful human being who wants to do terrible things to people because he just feels like an other, which a lot of these slashers, they just feel like an other a lot of the time, right? So he was kind of that definitive idea of feeling like an other, then taking that and making it his strength, and then using his strength to do terrible things. Norman Bates, you always will be here in my heart. Psycho and original. Here we go. We made it to the top 5. I'm excited to reveal these to you. I hope you agree with some of mine at least. But it's okay to differ too. What scares you is different for me. We're going into the top 5. In 3, in 2, in 1. Number 5, Ghostface. Scream was a coming of age for me as a young boy and made me fall in love with the slasher genre in a different kind of way. I'll talk about later what really did it. But this was fun. The kills were awesome. If you don't know, the first Scream was hilarious, but also scary. And for the time, right? Like, you didn't know who was going to call you. You didn't know who could be at your door. So it was terrifying. And Ghostface was kind of cool because it's not like this created thing. It's like just a costume you bought at a Halloween store for Halloween. So there was no like kind of explanation. It's just like, yeah, sure, this guy's gonna just wear a Ghostface costume and kill people. So it was terrifying and hilarious at the same time. That's why I love Scream, is that it's Scream. It's like a scream. Like, what a scream. But also a scream scary. And that face kind of does the same thing, right? It looks like it's screaming, but also looks like it's laughing. And Ghostface is iconic now, in many ways. And anyone could be him. Number 4, Jason Voorhees. Look at, I'm dressed for him, Jason was like the first slasher for me that I didn't see his movie. I just saw the mask and everyone dressed up for him for Halloween and saw his posters. And so he was this menacing character to me. And then I had to learn the history of how Friday the 13th came to be, right? And how Jason came to be. Like, he wasn't the original, and he's not the original killer, that they kind of had to keep it going in some way, right? And so came up with this idea, like, sure, Jason comes back from the dead and is a man now, and it's wild idea, but come on, the hockey mask, the way he gets to the hockey mask, the 3D of it all when he's actually part of the series as what we do know him as now, and he's the quiet, brooding man, right? Coming to kill you, coming to get you. Can't stand teenagers. He has a vengeance for them. So he's got to be number 4. He's up there. He's up there with the greats for sure. Mr. Voorhees. Time for number 3. Art the Clown from Terrifier series. I love Art the Clown. He harkens back to an old slasher for me. I'll tell you in a minute, but an original. And he's just a clown, right? Clowns are scary, period, all the time to people. And so now he's this demon clown, and he just enjoys what he does. I love that he just enjoys the kill. I love he enjoys other people's pain when people are screaming in horror of what he's done. He's like, you're hilarious. Which he's like, art. He's creating art. He's creative. He wants to one-up himself all the time. And he's just, that's when I started to light the Terrifier. When I realized that this is just silly. It's over the top. It's on purpose over the top. It's got this evil feeling about it. Art has an evil feeling about it. Like, he is sadistic. But he's just a clown who enjoys what he does. And so how can you not enjoy him right back if you just go with him on the journey? So Art the Clown for me is up there. He is, for me, a new top 3. Top 3. That's big for me. It's time for number 2. Let's find out. Number 2, Freddy Krueger. Freddy, for me, is what made me fall in love with horror. I saw him by going to a friend's house, and they had older brothers, and saw him on the TV screen. Terrified me, but also there was this weird feeling of just like being drawn to him. He really enjoyed what he's doing. That's why I feel like Art the Clown kind of harkens back to him. Of he's just having a good time making you afraid. So how could you not laugh with him but also be terrified of him? I was him for Halloween. I had the doll. I played the board. I had the board game. I just fell in love with Freddy Krueger, and I still am to this day. I showed people Nightmare on Elm Street recently, and he's just a classic. He's still scary, but also campy at the same time. And so that's what you kind of want from your slasher, right? I think that's what Scream kind of talks about in a sense. Like, it's a camp thing, but it's also terrifying at the same time. So you're really just enjoying yourself. And Freddy, you're my man. I enjoy you. You made me fall in love with the slashers. So I appreciate you for coming into my dreams and making my nightmares. It's time for number 1, y'all. I think you probably can guess it, what number 1's gonna be. Maybe you can't, but let's find out. Number 1, Michael Myers is the icon, the god, the man himself, for me especially, but I think to the genre as well. Michael Myers, I saw Scream, and then people was like, let's watch this movie called Halloween, and it still terrified me. It was still menacing. I love that especially for the original, he has no reason why he's doing what he's doing. He's just doing it. And there's no rhyme or reason. That makes some of the best villains sometimes to me, is that like, you don't know why. Sometimes there's not an answer why they do it. And his slow stalking, his knife, the kills, the strength he has, the mask, the fact that it just doesn't even make sense. What's this mask? He just went to a Halloween costume. It's a William Shatner mask if you don't know, but they just like, took off a bunch of stuff. Anyways, he is the menace. He is the god to me. I love him. He will always have a special place in my heart. He helped me even fall deeper in love with the slasher and being terrified. So thank you, Michael. There we go, y'all. That's my top 10. What did y'all think? You let me know in the comments. You tell me where I went wrong. Tell me where I went wrong. Come on, bring it on. Tell me where I went right, maybe, too. Or what did I leave out? I know there's going to be one that I forget. I know it. And I'll be like, ugh, I didn't do it. But I could be making notes about this, writing about this, figuring out which ones for months and months and months. I'm just putting it out there. This is the one that I came up with, and I'll probably have a redo list down the line. But this is my top 10 slasher icons. Happy Halloween.